carpal tunnel. I said, I'm a layman. I said, but my understanding with people who have problems with carpal tunnel, when I started hearing about it, it was usually people who were typing,
Right.
had problems, and they said, well, yes, that plus other things. And I said, well, he said, so what we could do, he said, see, he said, all of the nerves that operate your fingers and everything, they go right through the wrist there. You know?
Right.
So he said, so what we could do is, I said, we open that up, you know, and this, that, and the other, and da, 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 da. And I told the guy, I said, you talking about an operation? Well, yes, it's a very small invasive. I said, whoa. I don't have time to tell y'all about the last operation I let them do. They told me it was a long time ago. I know nobody could tell me. Mm-hmm. They were saying that I'd go and they would check my what is that number they give me? They said, you know, you know, your prostate kind of. Well, they were always giving me the finger test, you know. And I'm like, okay. And they said, well, yeah, we need to look at that closer and so on. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then they said, well, what we need to do a prostate biopsy. I said, what?
Oh, they want to do the camera.
No, brother.
What?
No.
They want to take a piece of it.
Take
Oh,
a
the
little
biopsy.
piece,
Oh, the
right?
biopsy. Okay.
Only they lied about the piece they said they were going to take. Okay. Bottom line is, no, it wasn't what you think, but it was bad. It was bad enough. Let me tell you what happened. I went in on an outpatient basis. They said, well, you know, it's not really painful. They give you a local anesthetic, and it's a needle biopsy. So we take a sample, maybe 5 samples.
Oh no!
And I said, you know, I really don't like this, you know. Well, this year you need to do it, and of course they gave it. Said we have a number of men, which was true. Said black men in particular. He said when they come in, they've had this problem. The truth of the matter is, you know, women from the time they started having periods,
menstrual cycle,
right. They talk and they go to the doctor, and the men be walking around saying, "No man, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm
right.
cool, you know, blah 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 blah." By the time the average man goes in, he's 50, so and so and so and so, and they're saying, "You should have come in 10 years ago."
Right, right.
So they got me and I said, you know, we're having more problems with this. Men are not, you know, cancer of the prostate is a big killer among men. Man, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, you should consider it. So I gave into that.
Yeah.
Mistake. What the comical part of it is, I went in on an outpatient basis at the not Jesse Brown, it was Lakeside. They have all VA hospitals are located right next to teaching hospitals. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Lakeshore was located right next to Northwestern.
You hear this now, man?
I used to be on the north side, so I could take the bus down. So where I was living, I jump on the King Drive bus, go all the way down there, let me off right in front of us. I could take the bus coming back. Summertime.
Yeah.
Okay. They said, you know, you come in about 1:30, you be out of here, you know, 2 o'clock. All right. I go down there, go through that process, and I realized that most of the people that are working on you are students from Northwestern. That's why they put you there, so you get experience.
Most of the people working on you are students at Northwestern.
Right.
That's like the University of Chicago. That's what That's why they call it.
That's what I just said.
Practicing
all
medicine.
VA hospitals are located right next to teaching hospitals, with the exception of the University of Chicago. All the rest of them, Loyola out in Maywood, Loyola is located, the VA hospital out there in Maywood. You know, Jesse Brown is right in the center of everything. You know, County and University of Illinois. And And Chicago Med used to be over there. Okay, the only one that didn't have association was the University of Chicago. which, in my estimation, I tell people all the time, my mother had a situation. She went to the University of Chicago. A friend of mine went to grade school with me. She had a biopsy, a brain biopsy. I tell people, I said, if somebody tells you,
Right.
you're going to University of Chicago, get up off the table and say, you ain't taking me no damn way.
Right.
I said, because they have killed more. That's what I'm talking. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. They done killed more black folks over there at the University of Chicago than any place else.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
People got to me. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to Providence, man. People died at Providence. I said, people die at hospitals every day. I don't give a damn which one you're talking about.
That's right.
All across the country.
That's right.
Don't let the name fool you.
That's right.
Okay? I said, you need a private doctor, somebody who knows your situation.
St. Joseph, they like it. Well, he had colon cancer, but he survived it for many years. But he died. But his biggest problem was COPD, and he had deep vein thrombosis.
Yeah, well, like I said, by the time we get there, we got all other kind of stuff to deal with. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing that got me when I went for my biopsy, when I left, I'm pissed off because they said we're gonna take five
samples.
It's a needle thing. You hear a little thump, and that's it.
Yeah.
So there you are in the clinic room, and I'm looking at the technician.
Yeah.
I can tell he's been around for a while.
Uh-huh.
She's like a student from next door.
Right.
She's doing this. Okay. So there you are in the room with your pants down on the pavement and your ass jacked up in there. Okay. And so there and you hear it. Okay, now this you're giving you anesthetic. It's not gonna hurt. And you're gonna hit it something. Does that hurt? No, it don't hurt. And I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. I said, the other side? What the hell do you mean the other side? I said, you told me it was 5 in all. Oh, no, they told you wrong. It's 5 on one side and 5 on the other. What do I do now? Say, hell no, stop?
Yeah.
No, she jacked up here. All right.
Damn.
I counted her 5. So everything is over and you can change and so forth and so on. So I'm going back to take the bus home, right? Mm-hmm. And they gave me a form. You can read this, and if you have any problems, blah, 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 blah. I'm sitting on the bus.
Oh, no.
And I'm reading this. I'm saying, wait. Summertime. I'm dressed summery, short sleeve shirt, gym shoes, and white pants. And they said, if you have any problems, so and so, if there's any pain, blah, blah, blah. If you notice any blood in your stool, and I said, blood in my stool. Blood in my stool. Ain't nobody told me I was going to come away from the bleeding.
Right.
I can see me now getting my black ass off this bus in these white pants, and I got a big red ass. I said, had they told me that possibility, I could have wore some dark pants. I could have stopped at Walgreens on the way and said, I want some pads so I can have, when I get over there, he told me, shit, I'm ready to whoop somebody. And so,
Well, you don't know about them.
so I came home, and I'm all right. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and eat and this, that, and there, so lay down, blah, 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 blah. Get up. I got a year now.
Oh, man.
That's what I had to do with that. False alarm. Sit back down, watch TV, come back right on.
Oh, man. Yep.
It's good, but I can't get nothing coming out. Now I'm saying, what is going on? So then, I think about the third or fourth time, I started pushing, and I said, something tells you that is not the thing for me.
Oh, no.
So I had a buddy of mine. We went to high school together. And he had told me, I've had this operation, I've had this, I've had that. By the time I called him Sunday morning, I was like this. His name was, we called him Boy. I said, hey, this is Tom. I said, what did you tell me you did when you couldn't urinate? He said, oh, you got that problem? He said, oh yeah. He said, that's prostate. I'm like, tell me something I don't I said, what do you suppose? What is that you said you do? Oh, you got to categorize yourself.
Oh, categorize yourself.
Yeah, I said, I got to what? He said, you got to categorize yourself. I said, what? I said, what does that mean? He said, he said it's a little tube. He said, you push it down the head, you paint till the water come out.
Woo!
I said, where do you get these? You know, I said, can you get them at Walgreens? He said, I don't know. They always gave them to me at the VA.
Man.
Okay. I said, I'm going to, I said, listen, I see you. I'm getting ready to go to Walgreens, see if I can get one. I hung up. I'm trying to put some clothes on. Next thing you know, he called me back. He said, hold on, man, I found one. I'm going to bring it to you. He brought it to me. And the thing comes in a plastic.
He said, I found one.
And there's some gel, because you got to lubricate that.
Man.
When he told me that, I said, Catherine, what do you say you have to do?
Oh, man. How'd you get through it?
Listen,
you didn't do it, right?
Hell yeah, I did it. when you got pain in here.
Well, I guess so. I mean, yeah.
You know, I tell people all the time, if you think you have a problem when you can't get nourishment in your body,
right?
Get to a point where you have nourishment in your body and you can't get it out.
Woo!
Okay, that's pain, brother.
Wow.
Okay, if you cannot urinate or defecate, you got big pain.
You got big problems.
And then you begin to think in terms of, say, if something goes wrong, then you will have infected your whole body. You know, okay?
You become fully toxic.
Right, and I'm like, so right. So he's telling me, yeah, man, this is what you got to do. You got to get the water out of there. Where do I get one of these? Okay, he brought it by. He said, I went to the bathroom. He said, did it work? I said, yeah. You lubricate the things, and I ain't never did this before.
Damn.
And then finally, it goes so far, the water just automatically comes out. And he said, did it come out? I said, yeah. He said, that's good. He said, but I think you need to go to the hospital anyway.
Yeah.
And so he took me to the Sunday, to the VA. I stayed there all day Sunday. Then I think they let me go home that night with a bag.
Yeah.
Can I come back tomorrow? Okay. I'll tell you one thing. I said, next time, you know, be on the table to do anything, I'm dead, you know what I'm saying? You ain't cutting.
Right.
Nobody looking up my ass.
Right.
No more.
No more.
All right? Whatever. And then I thought about it. I said, that's the problem with people who have cancer. What do? They go in. If they think you have cancer, they give you what? Exploratory surgery.
Right.
Okay? They open it up and you find out that's what you have, then they want to give you what?
Chemotherapy.
Right.
Which is nothing but toxic.
Right. I said, so now your body is fighting to do two things.
Right.
It's fighting to fight off the cancer, and it's fighting to close that wound that they opened up.
That's right.
And you're putting too much work on your body.
That's right. Which means they're killing you faster than you ever was going to go.
Right. See? So all they had to do was diagnose, we think you got it. Okay, if you think, what would you do other than cut me?
Right.
Okay, see.
Man.
Yeah.
That's why I say our people especially we have so much belief in these doctors. Not knowing they're killing you.
That's true. And listen, I was a part of the program over there. Half of the black doctors in the city, the younger came out. I used to run a program called Medical Opportunities Program. If you guy was telling me not long ago, he said, man, I didn't know your father worked for the University of Illinois. I said, my father. He said, yeah. He said that they have this seminar out at Johnny Coleman's church. Second Tuesday of the month. He said the doctors be talking about, all the different things. He said, and I heard him talking about your father. I said, my father. He said, yeah. He said, did he graduate the University of Illinois? I said, no. He said, would he work at the University of Illinois? I said, no. He said, man, there's a guy out there who talks all the time about if you want to go to med school, you want somebody to show you how to get to med school, blah, blah, blah. Most of us here got to med school. Find Tom Dedrick. And I'm in a club with him. He said, I heard him talking about your father. I said, man, he wasn't talking about my father. He was talking about me.
Right.
He said, I said, yeah, I ran the program. and was instrumental. But so it put you over there in the hospital, okay, and you began to see a lot of. So I said.